Here we go.
Mystery ingredients?
Mystery ingredients.
Alright, so for the breakfast round, I'm going to reveal all the ingredients, then I'm going to put them back in the bag. The other bag has the same ingredients, and then you guys will both get the
Then we're on the clock.
You're on the clock. Alright, so
I'll do the time.
the first mystery ingredient that we have is honey.
Alright.
Okay, so the next mystery ingredient we have is a half pound of pancetta. Pancetta, everybody knows. Okay.
Alright.
Yes. The next mystery ingredient is seasoned croutons. Seasoned croutons. Okay. And the last mystery ingredient is ground buffalo. Ground buffalo.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of meat.
So, you know, there's two meats. You know, the pantry is yours. The world is your oyster.
What's in the pantry? Just everything in there next to the sink?
Everything in the sink, everything in the refrigerator. There's eggs. There's everything. There's orange juice. There's all sorts of stuff in there. Everything in the kitchen is fair game. Anything in the cabinets, anything that's out.
Okay.
The entire kitchen's ready to go. Look at Josh is thinking. All right.
All right.
Go.
Good luck, chefs.
It started.
Go.
Alright.
What are they gonna do with that ground buffalo stuff?
Delicious. Are eggs part of this too?
Yeah.
They want.
Anything in the pantry.
If Pitts is involved, there's probably eggs involved.
So Burger, all they have to do is use those 4 ingredients, but they can do it.
Yeah, and then they can use anything over here.
Yeah, but the 4 ingredients have
I
to.
don't want to reveal it yet in front of Pitts.
All right, all right.
Ground croutons. That's a pretty good touch.
Thank you.
48 minutes and 30
Oh, shit, I
seconds.
entered in the same thing. Freaking me out, Roberto. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom.
Everything was smart. No, but it's not. I mean, it's like we're getting bags and like we're doing parties.
Looks like Chef Montgomery has some ground buffalo patties
You got ground
on his
buffalo
skillet.
patties mixed with the pancetta to make a sausage type feel. Buffalo is very lean, so I added the pancetta to it to give it a little more.
Sounds delicious, Chef.
I don't know how you spell, but that's what I'm thinking.
Sounds delicious. Looks like Pitts is mixing his ground croutons with some butter.
No croutons in there. This is just the roux for a little biscuits and gravy and some sausage.
Oh
Although not
wow!
sausage, but buffalo and pancetta.
Not only are they competing chefs, they're roommates, so that adds a whole nother twist to this competition.
We share a shower.
They share a shower. Not together, but they share a shower. The winner of this may potentially dominate the cooking in the house, so probably bragging rights for years and years to come. So Judge Roberto, how are you feeling about the skill level that you're seeing in there?
I'm really impressed, like really impressed. I think Josh's patties look really, really good. I love croutons. And what he did with the croutons, I was very, very impressed by the creativity. And over on Luke, I see him putting some half and half, or some cream in his, it looks like a really, really good gravy. And I'm American, I love gravy. Gravy is always good.
So it's safe to say you're really excited to try these dishes.
Very excited. The smell in here is amazing.
Commissioner's assistant,
Yes.
how do you feel about what you're seeing in here and the use of secret ingredients?
I mean, it's pretty wild what's going on. On the left, you have some, looks like gravy, like a biscuits and gravy style concoction. And on the right, you have these patties that are breaded. And he's brought out the super poacher. So, I don't know if he's ever used it or what he's actually going to do with it. I don't know. I still haven't seen the pancetta being used, unless Luke actually cut it up to put it in the gravy. So, oh, you have some pancetta in
Do we not have mashed potato like masher?
Yes. It's on Josh's side.
Oh, sweet.
I'm done with it. Cost him some precious time there, didn't I?
I feel like I'm seeing good use of teamwork. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I would say like the chefs are definitely respecting each other, helping each other out. It's a cramped, tight corner in here, and
It's very passive aggressive in here right now.
very
Extremely
passive
passive aggressive.
Chef Montgomery from the Wolfgang Puck Kitchen is he's cracking some eggs right now.
Is it too early to say which meal you're more excited to try?
I think it's early enough to say that I'm excited to try both, and I think they really. Let's just see like who wins, and are they gonna have anything left for the next round? You're the youngest Kevin.
I don't even know how to download music, so.
I don't even know what this Facebook thing is.
Do you want to like have like 3 main points that we like numbers, and then we add up the numbers in the end, like who has the highest, or you want to just like come to a consensus? I don't even.
I would have done like this is what I would make.
Chef Newland, how are you feeling about the competition and the secret ingredients that you've seen in the first round?
I was like, these guys need to get like sent to culinary.
Excuse me.
school. I think they missed it truly like
I'm impressed by the ingredients. The chefs are taking it to a whole new level.
I really think these guys missed their calling there. Because, like, when you think of the ingredients that we bought, Kamish, we were really thinking really simple ways to pair these foods. No way in a million years would I have thought of the creativity that kind of went out of them. And they're two different kinds of stuff. I mean, you got like a sausage gravy, substitute the sausage for the buffalo. I mean, that's a smart use of understanding ground meats. And then on the other side, he actually made patties, like buffalo burger patties. I mean, interesting. It's very interesting.
They're setting the bar really high. That's for sure.
I don't usually like mixing fruit with food, but I actually am okay with it.
Yeah, I like that. I can taste the strawberry in there. It's good.
But it's not too much.
It's not too much.
I threw the serrano pepper in there, so it's kind of spicy. So I wanted to have something even beyond the honey to kind of offset that.
I think maybe mixing the pancetta and the
Buffalo.
buffalo, it does increase the flavor of buffalo because buffalo can be it's not much fat,
Right.
but also it's muddled because they're both together, so you don't know
Yeah.
the both of them separately.
Good point.
Senora?
wow. Wow. Thank you, chef.
So you've got toast on the bottom, right? Then you've got avocado, and then the Dubliner cheese, 1 strip of Dubliner cheese. The patty is a mix of buffalo and pancetta with a jalapeno and some onions. And I've breaded the patty with the croutons, so that's how I incorporate the croutons. This is like a tomato, mushroom, pancetta reduction on top with the honey. And then you've got a couple slices of bell pepper to kind of give you a little freshness, and then the fruit to kind of end it. So that's what you have.
All right, that was a pretty nice. We're actually gonna
Great presentation.
Yeah.
Great presentation.
I didn't hear that.
great presentation, chef.
Impressive.
I think great explanation should also be in order.
I was listening to Pitts. There's
Oh,
honey
Pitts
in
gave
the
a great
reduction on
explanation
top.
too.
On the top.
The chefs at least walked you through their train of thought and how they layered each ingredient step. Okay. You agree, Burger?
Be interesting to taste it with the pear.
Trying to get this bite here with the toast.
A little dry.
Dry?
A little bit. Kind of the big difference there too between the two ingredients. Yours is just a little drier. Yours is really.
It is.
Explain to me
It's a
what.
little dry.
Creative. The patty is creative.
Explain to me what's kind of going on here.
The
You know,
the sauce
The
right here on
toast-
top is
The,
really good.
the toast is a perfect crunch.
Yeah. So the question I would ask you, Burger, is: does it feel like breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, I thought where you were gonna go with this was a Benedict. That's where I thought you were gonna do, but you didn't.
Yeah, maybe like
Kinda
an egg
threw me
somewhere
off
in
with
here.
the,
I baked the eggs with that sneaky little egg baker,
Yeah.
and they were overcooked, and it was
Oh,
easier. It was better not to put it on there.
Oh,
Because it
we're
was-
gonna do that.
Yeah.
I see.
Interesting.
So that I was gonna go that route, but it's
We're just gonna have an egg with
They
it,
got
not
it,
a Benedict. We're just gonna have an egg with it.
yeah, there was gonna be an egg
Not a Benedict, but
on there,
still,
but
yeah.
not a Benedict, if you will.
I think an egg would have been.
think the patty is too much, like too big. I think that if you maybe like a little bit thinner, and this hash or the sauce or the pancetta on top would have been much better with it.
How do you use the pancetta? Speaking of, was it because Robert, you said last round you felt like the pancetta and the buffalo together was kind of muddied the two.
Yeah, I like the
neither one of
separation.
them stood out. So
This was really good. I
the
think
pancetta sticking out in this one.
I think there was very creative, but like buffalo is, it's really dry. So I think that's the problem. I think.
No, but each pancetta and buffalo are standing out in this
Yeah,
round.
they are.
Where last round they were indistinguishable. Okay.
Yep.
Very much so.
So
I think
better
the point
use
of
of the
is it
ingredients.
breakfast is a really good comment.
Thank you,
Yeah,
chefs.
but-
Thank you, chefs.
Thank you.
Judges.
All right, so
So I think
let's taste
we'll
the
talk
flavor.
about taste first. You know, I think there's just so much going on here, but it's a lot of good things.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
use, cheese, vegetables.
Well,
meat.
you'll talk about use of ingredients.
I don't know if
later.
I really
pure taste. Which one?
Because I think that I don't know. I think this patty is
Just
it's
mark
too
your.
dry.
Yeah.
It's
Are you
dry.
So let's talk about use of secret ingredients because those were supposed to be the
Hold on,
stars
it's on
of
here.
the
We're
plate.
still we're gonna
strawberries
we're gonna touch on taste though. Let's
We're
touch on taste
we're
first.
doing taste first.
I thought with pizzas it just was a little bland to me.
Really, I think
I thought it was flavorful. Like
Flavorful.
I feel like I tasted each ingredient. I tasted the honey. I tasted the strawberry.
I think that three flavors were the three of the ingredients were really done well in here. I think that he mixed the mixing of the buffalo and the pancetta.
But I think you guys are gonna get to use taste.
I don't know. I think
You know what really got me is the pancetta.
Oh yeah,
I mean on the
on here
on the top.
On
That
top
was
is
delicious.
Delicious.
I know it was a difficult decision. You have been deliberating for a while. Do you think that we've come to a decision?
We've come to a
Come to a decision.
unanimous
Unanimous decision.
Yeah,
Yes.
unanimous. Unanimous.
Okay.
All right. In the battle of Chef Pitts versus Chef Montgomery, we're going back into Kitchen Stadium to see who won the battle of breakfast.
I'm nervous, man. Hey, this could make or break my chef career right now. Like if I win this,
I'm calling it quits.
if I win this, I'm going back to San Sebastian.
In the chef battle of breakfast, who got show? Do you guys want to give some commentary before we decide who?
It was a little difficult, but
It was difficult.
it was
We
difficult.
really went. We also, just so you know, we added another category of
We did.
difficulty.
Yeah. On
So
what-
there's 5 categories now.
and we think that we both did a great job. We were very impressed.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
We're lucky judges.
But I think there was to me one key thing that
One key thing
that really took the person
for all three of us.
to win the
Yeah.
contest here. But again, not a lot of negative feedback. So do we want to get into some of the feedback?
Well, let's
Well,
or are we
reveal.
gonna, okay.
Are we gonna
So
reveal?
who was chopped?
Josh.
Oh, Josh!
This is awkward.
Unanimous decision.
Tell
Unanimous
unanimous.
decision.
Tell him why he was chopped.
Go ahead, Robert. Start.
It wasn't breakfast. We didn't. There wasn't an egg. It wasn't breakfast for us.
The
It was lunch.
the mess up with the egg really threw it. I
Yeah.
think if the egg was there,
Yeah.
it would have been for sure.
Yeah.
And I think the last criteria we put in there is difficulty.
And you
I was
won,
really
yeah.
impressed with the fact
The
that
poached
Luke
egg
was
was
able to
great.
execute on a poached egg. And so, when we looked at kind of all the criteria, it really came down to it was almost even. I mean, taste we gave to Luke, presentation
And
to Josh,
creativity.
and creativity to Josh. Use of ingredients
is a
tie. And so when we looked at difficulty, it really came down to the execution of the egg. And I think had the egg been on in your meal,
Because it's breakfast.
I think you would have won. But I think because Pitts was able to execute the egg, and it was a
And make it breakfast?
It was a breakfast meal. Luke Pitts. We would have loved to see Josh in the finals.
Yeah,
but
really
he
would
would have.
Chefs. So first, Chef Montgomery, hearing this feedback, A, do you agree with it? And B, is there anything you would have done differently with what you made?
I'm not a good egg poacher. Pitts,
Yeah.
we all know Pitts is the poach master. So I knew what I was up against. So I tried to go out of the box and use that little baker, the little egg baker.
But did you think
it just
poaching,
didn't.
like, you could have scrambled an egg, you could have
I
made an omelet, you could have made a.
I feel like scrambling-
There's a lot of different ways you could use an egg.
I feel like scrambling's a bit lazy, so I wanted to
Yeah.
try the egg baker. And a little degree of difficulty, but I'd never used it before, and I overcooked it.
Did you ever
so.
think about making French toast with the bread that you used used on
I thought
the
about that
bottom.
last night actually when I was dreaming
Because
about
that,
this.
that could have been a different way to use
competition.
an egg.
But I decided
That
against
could
it.
have been more breakfast. And Mr. Pitts,
Yeah,
your response to winning today, to winning Chopped.
I'm
Winning the first round.
Kind of surprised that Josh's was really good.